Morning. Welcome to the prompt, the last one you'll be having with me as the writer on the block. So an opportunity to thank you all very much for being here. And I've really enjoyed these prompts. I've enjoyed writing them myself, and I hope that you've got something out of them as well. So today, because it's my last one, I think I'm going to challenge myself a little bit, and probably I'm going to be challenging you as well. So when I was younger and at school, I always really loved reading and writing, but I was absolutely hopeless at maths, anything to do with numbers. I seemed to have a kind of mind block, so I can't really remember numbers very well. Simple maths doesn't really compute in my mind. I don't know if it's that somebody's said that I'm not very good and then I've kind of, my mind has agreed, or if I'm actually really just awful at maths. But anything with numbers, it kind of automatically puts me off. Saying that, we are absolutely surrounded by numbers all the time. Phone numbers, age, we kind of randomly put ourselves into little pockets of time. So we measure time in years, which we then measure in months and weeks and days and hours and so on and so on. We all live to this very specific notion of time that we have created. Where also, of course, money comes in numbers and all the complication that money brings. Sometimes when you get a medical result or something, that comes through as numbers as well. But also you get numbers that are part of your everyday life, but you don't really think about them. Numbers on a car number plate, perhaps, the number of a bus, the number of your favourite Chinese. Some of us have lucky numbers, numbers that don't feel so lucky, the number of our home, and also how many do we have? So how many children do you have? How many people have you been in love with? And all the other things that we tend to put a number on because it makes us feel like as if we understand a little bit better. So sticking to that theme of numbers, which I hate, I'm gonna ask you today to write something prompted by numbers. So it can be anything at all. It doesn't have to be about numbers, it just has to include numbers in some way. So it can be something about any kind of number. It can be, that can just be the starting point, and that you move on to something completely different. That's fine. But anything at all to do with numbers. I'll give you 10 minutes, I think, today. I'm going to have a go as well, even though this one scares me. So 10 minutes, I'm going to put myself on mute and let's see what we come up with. Okay, I think we've had about 10 minutes there. I wonder how you found that. I found that really difficult. I think I gave myself too much of a challenge, but that's always good because even though I'm not really happy with what I've written, at least it's gotten that part of my brain working again. So just as people unlike me go to the gym and exercise their muscles, this is exercising my brain by chucking maths in there. So yeah, I'm going to read out what I've written just so that you can hear it. But as I say, I'm not particularly happy with it, but I'm going to share it anyway. So I feel 17 again, she says, a flutter of something long unseen beneath her mascara matted lashes. I try to rally against the thought that she seems pathetic, her whole demeanour suddenly young, but still in an older body. The smile, determined as it is to lighten up her powdered, papery face. The way she turns her head somehow, and the way she takes her hair into a ponytail in her fist, twisting it between her freckled fingers. As if the last 30 years never even happened, she says, smiling an unfamiliar, coy grin. 17, I think. I wasn't even born then. But was this what she was like? Sweetly, annoyingly awkward, her faith, her hope making her seem stupid. Somehow, Mother has decided that love is for 17-year-olds, and so that she must revert to a time before she was weighed down by the increasing gravity of her years. I prefer my cynical, hardened mother. This giggling, girlish version feels younger than I'll ever be. So yeah, I've managed to create something completely depressing out of just numbers, which is something I often do as a writer, but that's fine too. So I'd love to know how you got on and if this sparked an interesting idea in what you've created. So I'd love it if you could share, if you feel like sharing, no pressure at all to do so, but if you'd like to share on the socials or get in touch with Writing on the Wall and they might share your work for you, that would be great. Thank you again for joining me this morning for this prompt. It's been a blast as always. See you soon.